We're back. We're back. That was a quick break. Still got the same clothes on. Okay, so this is session 2, part 2. Part 2. This should be fun. Man, that financial is crazy. Again, I do not want anybody tripping. Have your drink, glass of wine before you get into that. That's not made to have a crazy night. You know what I mean? So don't be tripping. The next one is leisure and activities. So this should be fun. Also another worksheet. So that's the cool thing about this. You get a lot of worksheets where you guys can work together, look at each other's results, go back over them. So it's pretty cool. You enjoying this so far?
Yes.
You learning some stuff?
See.
All right. The dating exercise. Oh my God. Doesn't everybody need exercise in dating? Do you remember date night when that first started? Are you old enough to remember that? I remember that.
When I dated my first date?
When couples started having date night. Like you would be in a relationship and then you would pick like a Friday night or a Saturday night to go out on a date. This started in like the 80s, 70s. And it was crazy. It was an actual thing. Me and the wife are having date night. You know, you would find the time to get together. I mean, it was just that crazy where you didn't spend time together, so you had to create a date night. And so now we have dating exercise. Even though you're in a relationship, even though you think you got it down, but you don't. Exercise. All right, if you want to keep your relationship alive and growing, spicy, our best advice is to date your mate. That's right, date your mate. Dating will help you maintain a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is just not our business. One of the best indicators of a successful long-term marriage is a friendship. The habit of dating is the catalyst for building your couple friendship and staying emotionally connected through the coming years. This exercise will help you establish, reestablish, or reinforce the dating habits. You ready?
I think so.
All right. Separately. Okay, we're going to cheat because we do it in front of you guys. But you guys can't cheat. So separately, you need to write down your answers to the following questions. Okay. Right? As you think about the life of your relationship, what have been your most favorite dates? When you think about, the length of your relationship that you've been on, what are the most favorite dates that you had? What's the most favorite dates throughout the length of this relationship?
You and me?
All right, well, some of them about other people. I mean, some of y'all out there may, and Will Smith and them have exclusive. If you're in an exclusive deal, then, however you want to do it.
No, as it said separately, I didn't know if it's...
Well, separately, I'm supposed to write down, my favorite dates that I had, one or two, and then you're supposed to write your two down and you're supposed to put them together.
The one that I will never forget was the first one.
Okay.
You remember that one? The Valentine's Day.
Oh, that was the first date? Oh, yeah.
I would assume, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, the Valentine's, that was great. That was, I would pick
because
that.
it was weird. You want it?
They all are weird, but okay.
Here, we don't have Valentine's Day. We have Love and Friendship Day.
Yes.
So he came back from the States on a Love and Friendship Day. Of course, it was not February the 14th, so he was clueless of what it was. So when we met, I explained to him the day it was. So he said we should go and have like some nice dinner. You remember the place I suggested for it?
Was it Subway or something? Yeah, she wanted to go to Subway. That's the beauty of Colombia. Yeah, she wanted to go to Subway. Because to them, the Subway is not a local restaurant. It's an American restaurant. So it's
I haven't been in Subway so many times.
It's a little bit different. But yeah,
so he was laughing and crying. He said, "For Valentine's, you want a Subway? Are you kidding me?"
So I love the country, dude. I love it.
So we ended up having a very nice dinner on a very special place, very nice restaurant. So.
All right. And I agree with her on that one. So we both agree on that.
Okay.
What do you enjoy doing together? Sports, hobbies, interests, recreational activities.
What was the list again?
What do you enjoy doing together?
No, but the list.
Oh, it's sports, hobbies, interests, or recreational activities.
You answer first.
Oh my God. I would say, I like a little sports. I like watching the soccer games. That's pretty cool. Even though, like I said, I'm not a real soccer fan, but they get so excited about it. The energy is awesome. Some of their interests is a little bit weird. So for me, it's kind of interesting. It's boring, to me, like I said. And they are a very educational culture. So they study and read a lot, and they like to go sightseeing, or they like to eat foods they never ate before, like stuff that I just would never, ever do. So for me, it's, I enjoy just, like I say, check, because it's weird. Like I say, I go to that restaurant and no, I'm going to try that. So why not? If I ain't ate it in 55 years, why not? I want to eat it now. That's my mindset. So I'm like, no, there's nothing fun about it. But it's interesting to see the experience, the experience of seeing what's going on. So I would say, sports, some of the interests. I really haven't seen any of the hobbies yet or recreational activities. So I would go with interests and sports.
Well, I thought that sports, watching sports, yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
We playing,
No, I don't think you got many couples that's out there playing soccer on a soccer field.
But we can, go into ATVs or so, could be.
Yeah, ATVs, that was pretty cool.
There's couples that like hiking, getting on bikes and something, so it should be sports for them.
Yeah, the ATVs.
But we're not like...
I like the ATV. And again, like I said, a lot of those, I just haven't got out. I work all the time. So I think getting out, there's going to be a lot of stuff I like. I like fishing. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. I just haven't done it, in so long. All right, what are some things you would like to learn or pursue together? Things you would like to learn?
Dancing.
See? Okay, and I agree with that. So I'm with her on that. So dancing is one that I would like. Cooking, I like to learn some Colombian dishes. Now, I don't so much like the dishes the way they cook them. So I like to learn how they cook stuff and then put a little flavor, add some stuff to it. But yeah, I like to learn some of their dishes too. All right, so it says share your answers with each other and brainstorm the combined list, which we did while we were going through. So you guys would be brainstorming right now. It says evaluate your combined list and rank in order which one of them you like. So we would be ranking in order. Do we like the dating better? Do we like what we enjoy better? Or do we like some of the things we want to pursue and learn together better? So you rank those, and then those are the ones you start going after. Then it says pull out your calendars and write in one date a week for the next 2 months these different activities you're going to do. So like I said,
a different activity for each week?
Yeah, for each week.
Okay.
So, again, this is going to force you to do some things, together. And again, everything doesn't cost money. You know what I'm saying? So, for you guys out there, it's like, oh my God, no, everything doesn't cost money. And for you ladies out there, it's like, oh my God, no, everything does not cost money. You can come up with some things to do that's within your budget, you know what I'm saying, so that this exercise doesn't put you in a financial situation. And last but not least, this is one of my favorite topics, only because I think it is very important. Conflict resolution. How do you resolve a conflict?
Okay.
There's no such thing as a perfect person or a perfect relationship. I think the perfect person is a person that realizes there are no perfect people. That's when you're the perfect person. When you realize there ain't no perfect people. So knowing that, we're going to have conflict, and you got to know ways to resolve it, because there are rules to the game. Okay, so it's 10 steps for resolving a conflict. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
All couples have differences and disagreements. Studies, here we go again with these studies, show that the amount of disagreements are not related to marital happiness as much as how they are handled. I completely agree with that. If you handle the situation right, it's like pouring water on a fire. If you handle it wrong, it's like pouring gas on the fire. You're just going to make it worse. Happy couples do not avoid disagreements. I completely agree. They resolve them while remaining respectful of each other. Dude, whoever wrote this is just, again, you can disagree without disrespecting the other person. You don't, winning an argument doesn't mean whoever the person is crying at the end. Like whoever has just been totally just disrespected. That doesn't mean you won. That means you just overpowered and hurt somebody. So remember, winning is resolution. You only win it if you resolve the situation.
You're able to talk it out and work it out.
Exactly. Okay. They resolve them while remaining respectful to each other, thereby strengthening their relationship. This 10-step model is a simple but effective way to resolve conflict while avoiding the common and destructive patterns we mostly have. Use this model with an ongoing issue in your relationship as well as future issues. So when you have an ongoing an ongoing issue, pull this out, go through it. If it's something that's coming up in the future, pull this out, kind of go through it. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is again, I think one of the biggest problems with relationships is communicating. It's easier not to say nothing than to say something. And so when you are forced to say something, you're like, like I said, that's just not a comfortable feeling. So the first thing in this process, you got to find the problem. Again, you
find it?
Define, what is the problem? Most people don't even know what the hell the problem is, which is why there's a problem. You just pissed to be pissed. So this makes you define actually what the problem is. So you want to come up with a problem, a future, now, an issue, we can define, and then go through the 10 steps.
Okay.
The problem can think of. You want me to come on?
Yeah.
Traveling with children.
Okay.
Again, I'm 55, retired. My kids are 30 and 32 with grandbabies. So I'm basically single in terms of like babies and kids. Like it's just me. Okay. Now don't get me wrong, they are a pain. Don't get me wrong, they are a pain. And they are constantly in my Kool-Aid. So I don't want to make it seem like I don't have my phone ringing or I don't have any family. But I'm saying in terms of me doing anything, it's primarily me. Aya, or she, like probably most of the relationships out there, or women that's out there in my age range, has children. So she got 2, and she got 2 girls, and they are 14. Should I continue? So that's her situation. So now, of course, she's like, okay, I want to travel. Let's go do this. My situation, I'm going, huh? Because again, I don't speak Spanish. It's like 2 separate. So it's like I'm the ATM on wheels. I'm just because they don't, you know. And again, I'm not upset about this because I don't speak the language. So they 3 would be together over here, and then it would just be me. Because they're talking about what's going on the vacation, what's happening, communicating. She can speak English and Spanish. So she can come out of this group, come over to me.
But so do my kids.
Hey, well, it's not, like I said, it's a different situation. So we're going to use that one, go through the process.
No, but I meant that if you wanted to talk to my kids, you can.
Okay. So the first thing you do is list ways you each contribute to a problem. And they gave us 2 names, Eunice and Jerry. So I guess she'll be Eunice and I'm Jerry. So that way you just have names. So that way you're not using individual names. So list the ways you each contribute to the problem. Okay, so how I would contribute to that, because I don't consider that a problem, but how I would contribute to that issue is I'm the guy with no kids. So I'm the person with no kids. I don't speak the language. I'm like the outsider. That's how I would contribute. How do you think you would contribute to that scenario we just gave?
Good. Okay.
Are you the mom with the kids?
Yes.
So that's how you contribute.
Okay. So my contribution would be like providing the kids?
Well, you're the mom, you're the mother, you got the kids.
Okay.
You've been single for however long, so y'all have a bond. A single,
it has been the 3 of us for 13 years.
See what I'm saying? So, and like I said, a lot of you guys are gonna fall in a situation. You meet somebody, and depending on how long they've been single or what type of relationship they're in, their kids are accustomed to that situation. And here comes the new. That's why I say I don't consider this a problem. I just consider it an issue. It's not a problem. But let's continue on. Let's past attempts to resolve the issue that were not successful. Okay, I'll start. And again, we've never had a vacation because we didn't, like I said, we didn't get to the point of a vacation because we were due to COVID. So a lot of the time that we were together through that last year, the country was shut down. They had COVID going on. I think for the first 4 or 5 months, you couldn't even go outside. There was only certain days you could go outside. And then around June, July is when they slowly started opening, things up. But
and shutting it down on the weekend.
And then shutting it down, so it was crazy. So I don't want to make it seem like, we were just in the house like, I hate you, throwing stuff at each other. No, we was like that. But we did coexist in the same apartment. That was one of the first times that we had, we hadn't done that. And I wanted to do that just to see, again, being in a relationship where there's kids involved, and then you got other families involved, you got a whole deal, and you being, like I said, the single person, the person that's just, you got more time than you got anything else. I wanted to see what that was like. So I did try, and we did move in everybody into one place.
Same house.
Did you know of anything else we tried? Then we went bowling. We went on a couple outings. How did they seem to you?
Difficult.
Difficult?
Yeah.
Why?
Because first, you don't seem comfortable. That's first. Then you can see it, like you can sense it. So my kids are not the most talkative persons. So if they sing, and when I was like the bridge.
Right.
Like I was the person that would say, "Hey, do this together," blah, blah, blah. But if it's not me promoting things, nothing happens. Like if I leave for a minute, the three of them would be like this until I come back. So it wasn't a comfortable environment.
So it wasn't comfortable. So that's one of the things, like I said, we would have to discuss in this exercise. Brainstorm 10 possible solutions to the problem. Do not judge or criticize any other suggestions at a point. So separately, we will come down with 10 different points. Again, like I said, we haven't been on many vacations where we could use the vacation, but we could use different things like she was saying, they're shy, I don't seem comfortable. When she's spot on. She's because I am totally uncomfortable, like I said, and I didn't know that. Like I said, because in the beginning, I didn't know them at all. I just knew their mom, and so then, I met the kids, and they are. You come from the States, quiet kids, you pray for. So these are the best kids in the world in terms of you won't hear no noise, you don't hear. So no problem in that regard. But like I said, me just, being comfortable wasn't the situation, like I said. And I was like, I was always on pins and needles. You always feel like you're going to do something wrong or saying something wrong. And then, like I said, I don't speak the language, so I don't know. It was a different situation. So that would be areas that we would write down, in terms of things that we would brainstorm on, or how we could fix that or work on that, going forward. All right, discuss and evaluate each of these possible solutions, which is what we just talked about. We would discuss and evaluate each of those solutions. Well, get them one. What would be an ideal solution that you can think of where...
a possible solution?
Yeah, we would be more comfortable.
Start doing like very short trips. You're talking about a vacation, but I would say more like
going to the movies?
Yes, short activities like that, like going to the movies or having an ice cream together, things like that. So you get to talk more, or it can get more comfortable or the same, but it would be like the first step.
See? So like I said, that's what you do. That's what you do. There's no right or wrong, but you have to come up with suggestions. You have to constantly move it forward. You just can't say, okay, this is it, and don't move any forward. So that would be one of the things. Doing small activities, doing things like that. And so we see how that goes. Let's see. All right, agree how each one of you will work towards the solution. So once again, if we decided on, doing small activities or something like that, we would agree on, when would you go, how would you go, what type of activities would they be, those type of things. So you'd have those type of ones. Agree on a time frame. So you agree on, like I said, when you would go, how you would go, those time frames. And set up another meeting to discuss your progress. And so again, all these exercises you're gonna follow up on. You're gonna come like, how we doing? How's everything going? I would make, for you guys that have never seen, like a dream board. That's a board where you put up all the pictures and all the stuff on the different activities that you want to manifest in your life. You dream it. I would make something similar as a couples workshop board. So you have a board up there with the different little activities you got going on, where you at. You can just take a calendar. You don't have to use an actual board. Mm-hmm. That's just a calendar. You take a calendar and just put on there check marks of where you are and when you want to follow up. So you're constantly keeping up with your progress. Well, I think that was good.
And then you missing the thing. Reward each other for progress.
Oh, okay. So reward each other. And I think we learned that straight from any type of training. Any type of training you go through, you want to reward the person for progress. It should be no different in a relationship. That's one of the hardest things to do. And so there should be some rewards in there. You think?
Yes.
What's a good reward? What would you think a reward would be? And who gets rewarded? Would the kids get rewarded? Does the other person get rewarded? How does that work?
Well, I think in this case will be you and me. Because we are like providing that environment for all of us.
So what kind of reward would you be talking about?
You can go out for dinner.
So the reward doesn't cost me. I ain't got to do nothing but enjoy it. I just want to enjoy it. On to the next page.
A toast would be good. Okay. No, that was the last one.
That was the last one?
Yeah, the good one.
Oh, or we finished up. Hey, I think this was a nice show. And like I said, conflict resolution is so key. Really take some time, go over that one. Continue to go back to that because you want to be able to agree to disagree. Without it turning into weeks and days without nobody talking. You got anything else for the people?
Yes, we did it here, sharing it with you, but take the time to do it separately and then share it so you can make the exercise the right way.
I agree. All right, ciao. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys on the next one.